It's Dr. Torri Griffin here, love and relationships coach, here to help make sure that you love living life. There's no reason to be alive and breathing if you're not going to love every day. So what I have today to share is a lesson from my little book of wisdom, 52 lessons I've learned from living life. And it isn't just from being alive that I've learned these things. It's as I've worked with clients in the Atlanta area. I've coached clients, I've coached couples, I've worked with individuals who are dealing with situations. And lesson 2 has a lot to do with a life that is not fulfilled and may even be touched by a little depression. Now, depression is a scary word for a lot of people because they feel like there's some clinical diagnosis that says that there's something wrong with them. But depression is sometimes a state of mind that is combined with an emotional and physical state that keeps you from seeing the world through a clear lens. It's almost like having dust on your glasses. You can see the images, but you can't necessarily see it as clearly as it is. So in order to help people come out of that way and come out of that mindset, to be able to even get out of bed in the morning, for those who couldn't rise up because they just didn't feel like it, there was no reason to live, no reason to go to work, or even to open the curtains. And if you've ever had that happen, you know how hard it is and how heavy everything feels. So in order to help bring someone out of that and bring people out of that, what I've got is lesson 2 from the book. And let me share that with you. Lesson number 2. When you consistently do at least one thing you love to do daily, you will love living your life. And again, this is about making sure that every day that you wake up has something in it that makes you want to wake up again another day. And yes, troubles come and difficulties come and situations come that are uncomfortable, but when you're able to say, I did at least this today. Now, I don't know what this is for you. But there's something you love to do. And here's a little assignment I'll give you. Make sure that at some point in the next 24 hours, you take a piece of paper and write down your 10 favorite things in the world to do. Whether they involve money or other people isn't the question. Write them down. Because a lot of adults grew up so that they could do what they love to do by supporting themselves with work and being able to go out and go skiing or go out to the beach and do what they love. But so many people get caught up in making work and they don't make a life. So no wonder they don't love living their lives. They're just like a rat in a treadmill, running and running and running. Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. Stop every day and make sure that there's something you do that you love. Whether that's calling a friend, someone you haven't talked to in 10 years, 5 years, 2 hours, 2 days. Whether that's walking barefoot through the grass in your yard, whether that's reading a book that you've bought months ago and haven't had a chance to even crack open, whether that's even, I hate to go into the food area here, but maybe it's taking a bite of something that you haven't enjoyed. You haven't had any fun food. Don't go overboard. Don't go overboard. But do find those things that just make you feel like you. Walk outside and lean against a wall and let the sun penetrate your skin. If that's what does it for you, do that. But do something every day that you love to do. At the end of this day, look back over it and say to yourself, self, I'm really glad I stopped and took that walk around the building at lunchtime. I really got my blood pumped and flowing and I feel really good. I did that. I love walking. I haven't done it in a while. Maybe I'll do that again tomorrow. Whatever it is for you, find it and do it. Because when you love doing the things that you do in your life, you will love living your life. And the only reason you have a life is for you to love it and for the people around you to be benefited by you loving your life. So if you have some time, sit down, be alone, use the pen and the paper. You could use the computer screen if that's what you use, but spend some time introspectively looking at you and making sure that you love this life you've been given. Because someone wasn't given this day today. Somebody stopped just yesterday. And they're probably kicking themselves saying, if I'd known that was my last day, I would certainly have stopped and called you-know-who or such and so, just to let them know how I feel about them or let them know I wanted to give them back their whatever I borrowed. Or they would have found some way to connect with someone. So if you find ways to connect with people, and if that makes you feel good, do that. If it's giving, do that. If it's not giving, but it's just something for you, do that. But I promise you, you will love living your life if you consistently and purposefully do something you love to do every single day. And at the end of 7 days, you'll see a difference. Your mood can change. Depression will go away if you're doing something about it. This isn't only for the depressed, but it is certainly a way to keep depression out of your life. This is Dr. Torri. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this.